fellow Toastmasters. In preparation for tonight, I had asked for some advice and was encouraged to think about what inspired me. Lots of things went through my mind initially because so much inspires me in life. I love the legacy that we have been given by our forefathers and the freedoms that we have. I love people's stories of failure only to be successes. I've always rooted for the underdog. But I think that's somewhat human nature. I think we all like to see those kind of successes and those type of stories. So I thought a little bit longer about that. And I think ultimately for me, what inspires me more than anything to get up in the morning, in more ways than one, is my children. And in thinking about them and their dreams and their desires, I had so much that I wanted to share. It was difficult to just narrow things down and to be able to express it, being that I wasn't quite sure how many had children and you have never met them. I love watching my children learn. I love the elation that just goes across their face the moment that they're able to phonetically put words together, and how they'll race down the hall to tell anyone and everyone about their newfound interest. I love, as we're reading, that I was reading the other day, in fact, about the bowels of darkness, and I thought, well, they may not know what bowels are, and so I asked them, who knows what a bowel is? And one of my younger ones raised her hand and she said, A-E-I-O-U, and sometimes Y. And we all got a good chuckle out of that, and I was able to educate her on that. But it's those kind of experiences and that kind of laughter that it's so difficult to put into words as to what they have meant to me. I love watching them learn to teach. My 6-year-old son had taught my 3-year-old daughter how to ride a bike. And we really poo-pooed the idea, but he was so determined. And when he came in and told us that she was riding, we were pretty sure that there's no way that this could be possible, but she was, and she was riding without her training wheels. And the pride in him that he was able to do this was just so inspiring to me. I love watching them grow. I love that my young girls have turned into young women, and seeing the beauty that they've become, but more inward. The heart that they have for other people, their desire to be something, to be someone, but it never seems to be a conquered task. It's more of a servant task, that they want to be able to help other people. And I love to see that heart, and it's a beauty that I've never been privileged to see quite like I am as a mom. I love watching my son come up, and he shoulders up against me every morning to see if now he's passed me in height. And I know that that's just a small milestone, and that he'll have many big milestones ahead of him. And I wonder if I've equipped him with what he's going to need to accomplish those big milestones. And I watch them sleep, and I wonder what they dream of, if they dream of what they want to be. And I wonder in that silence if I've heard them, if I've heard past their words to their own hearts during the day. I wonder if I'm giving them enough, if I'm loving them enough, if I can be there enough. And ultimately, I don't know the answers to those questions. And I'm glad that I don't have to know the answers to those questions, and I'm glad it doesn't all rest on my shoulders. I also love how they inspire me to be more. I wouldn't be up here, in part, if it weren't for them. I don't want them to have my hang-ups. I want them to be able to stand on my shoulders, that hopefully I've given them a higher platform than where I started, and that they'll have more because of what I have accomplished. I love that they inspire me to walk my talk in so many facets. It makes me a better person. And ultimately, I love that I have learned one of the greatest treasures in life is investing in other people. there's nothing as lasting as that. It's almost an eternal perspective, because they are able to carry on what I have invested in them and reinvest it in others. And I love that. I love to watch my 6-year-old son sit at the mailbox waiting for his dad to come home, because he can hardly wait to see him, and he will run 2 blocks down the road to meet his dad. And I love watching all the neighbors on their driveway and their porches, and those walking their dogs turn and watch him, and just the delight of being so desired. I love that kind of inspiration. I love being a mom, and all the sacrifices that have come with being a mom have been nothing in comparison to the blessings and the inspiration that I have been given and been gifted to give. Thank you.